Okay, you guys, we are back, baby, with another banging video, and it's game on. I got my rapper chain on, and it's game on. I got my chain on, and it's game on. We're talking about Barney B, and it's game on. I got my chain on. Okay, no, let's get into it, guys, because I think I was moving too far ahead of most people with the juicy gossips, and Bird Brain Nation came for me, honey. They did came for me. No, many people are catching up to the possibility of Aileen or Aileen. I don't know if it's pronounced Aileen or Eileen. Remember that girl that I sent the DM, Stefon Diggs' baby mama? She still hasn't replied. I was trying to get her plastic surgeon number to give Cardi because I wanted Cardi to look good in comparison to the other woman, because I know there would have been competition and all of that jazz. No, the internet is catching up on what I've been sharing with you guys for the past couple of weeks. No, if you guys can remember, providing that you all have been keeping up, I don't know why you wouldn't be keeping up. If you have been keeping up, you guys would be in the loop as to what everyone is catching up on now. So, if you want to stay ahead of the game, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, give this video a big thumbs up so that you can get notified when I do these videos, okay? No. So, I've been telling my subbies over here and my viewers that I came across this report of the allegations, or with allegations, that Aileen Lopera is with child, the second child for Stefon Diggs, and that she allegedly filed a second paternity suit against Stefon Diggs the day after the chef had officially filed a police report and Diggs was allegedly arrested. So let's say, for example, it was just one day apart. So let's say I think Diggs was allegedly arrested like on the 30th, and Aileen Lopera allegedly filed a paternity suit on the 31st, and that was the second paternity suit, right? When I did that video, many people were telling me that the second paternity suit wasn't a second paternity suit. It was an extension of the first paternity suit. And I said no, because the first paternity suit was very, very clear. Aileen Lopera filed that paternity suit when she was pregnant with Charlie, and she made it clear. She said that she wanted to be compensated for the money she spent during pregnancy, and she wanted to have full legal custody. Stefon Diggs replied to the suit saying that he wants joint custody if it turns out that the child is his. And I said, Stefon Diggs is a fool, because when a woman files a paternity suit that early in her pregnancy, she's not asking you if you're the father. She's literally telling you that you're the father. So I was saying that Stefon Diggs should have responded to the suit immediately so that Aileen could have dropped it and they could come to a mutual decision. But that suit, that paternity suit, was dropped in December. Stefon Diggs decided that he was going to take full accountability and compensate Aileen and pay child support and all of that. And then when he made that agreement on that paternity suit, and that paternity suit was dropped against him, a second paternity suit was filed against him the following day, and that was after the day that, let me tell you what happened. So, the chef reported Stefon Diggs' assault, right? Stefon Diggs was allegedly arrested. The media outlets reported it on the 30th. Aileen Lopera dropped her first paternity suit on the 30th, and then on the 31st, she filed a second paternity suit as per that media outlet report. And then when she filed the second paternity suit as per that media outlet report, she said that Stefon Diggs allegedly was smashing her and the chef at the same time. So anyone who have been keeping up with my channel, you guys would know that we went through that article about 3 times, because the first time that I spoke about it, many people said that I was lying because I didn't share I didn't share any of the clippings from the article because I knew that it would have upset the Cardi B gang. I know Bird Brain Nation would be upset, and I really wanted to trigger them. So I intentionally did not share the article because I know that they would have accused me of making up a story. So when they started accusing me of making up the story, I then did a second video showing them the article because they were saying that they never came across such article. I was making it up. No such article was published. And I said, they're stupid because there are at least 1,000 stories reported on Cardi B and Stefon Diggs on a weekly basis. And if they were looking, they would have found it, right? So then I shared the clippings from the article where it said that. You guys can check out that video. I'm going to try my very best to pin all 3 videos in the comment section for you guys so you can refer back to those videos from when I've been telling the internet that it's alleged that Aileen is pregnant again. And as you guys can remember, I shared a photograph of Aileen holding her stomach. Woman who gets tummy tuck. So people were telling me that was the natural formation of her tummy. And I said, no, when a woman gets tummy tuck, liposuction or anything like that, when they give birth, just give them a couple days, especially if they wear a waist trainer immediately after giving birth. Within a week, the tummy goes back to normal because remember that the natural fat under the skin has been removed. So the tummy would go back to normal. So I was showing the guys that she was in fact pregnant. So now everyone is saying that Cardi B has ditched Stefon Diggs because she has learned that Aileen Lopera is allegedly pregnant. But I've been telling you guys this from January, early January. And you guys remember Bird Brain Nation came for my ass. And I did the video saying that Bird Brain Nation was dragging my ass because they thought I was making it up. One of them went as far as to say, Aileen was just reposting the photograph. And I said, no, she was not reposting the photo because she tagged Fashion Nova, and those Instagram models, they don't give Fashion Nova any free plug because they have an asking price and they don't do anything for free. So now everyone is catching up on the blind item that came out a few days ago. And the blind item is saying that Aileen Lopera is allegedly pregnant with Stefon Diggs' second child, and that is what led to the breakup of Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. And remember, I said to you guys, you all need to start mark yourself safe from Stefon, like what we had to do with Nick Cannon, because remember when Nick Cannon was just on a rampage impregnating woman, and everyone on social media started marking themselves safe from Nick Cannon, pregnancy free. Even men were doing it. And I said, you guys need to start doing that too, because if we don't, this guy is not going to stop. And people started doing it. And you guys remember when I said, if he did 4 to 6 last year, he has a competitive spirit. He's going to want to top that number that he did last year, this year. So What do you guys think Stefon Diggs' magic number is going to be this year? Because if you did somewhere between 4 to 6 last year, this year you may do 7 to 8. And Aileen Lopera, allegedly, according to that media outlet, is already pregnant. And according to that photograph, she does seem pregnant. Now, a few critics said that when they were talking about Aileen allegedly being pregnant, she was like, no, are you guys stupid? I just had a baby and all of that jazz. Listen, these girls, they will be pregnant and say they're not pregnant, okay? Remember how long Cardi B was pregnant and trying to hide it from us? And we could see the pregnancy and we were like, hey, no way. She never even gave Blossom a little time. She's pregnant again. It is possible that Aileen is pregnant again along with a few other girls. The guy is highly competitive and he loves what he do. He loves to throw his willy around town. Well, I can't even say it seems because, I mean, even if it's 4 babies last year, not 6, different baby mamas, all of them, Cardi B thought she was special, eh? She thought she was special, honey. But, I mean, the internet is now saying Cardi B has discovered Stefon has gotten Aileen pregnant again and that's why they broke up. Cardi B, I don't think that's the reason why they broke up. I'm going to tell you guys this. Cardi B knows this man and this man told us publicly during one of their press briefing. He says she knows that he's a lot to handle. He said it. And we saw in that media report where it says Cardi B knows he's a womanizer. And yes, we saw where the outlet also said that she gave him a harsh warning. If he gets anyone pregnant, she's gonna leave. She's not going to leave. Didn't Offset get people pregnant? Did she leave? She's not going. She enjoys being a doormat. The only reason why she's backing out now, gracefully, is because of, when you pile things on top, Stefon Diggs did not just pile one of her, as she would say, ops. She was running from her husband because she claimed that her husband was sleeping with her ops, okay? So, let me tell you, this, the psychic mediums are calling her a witch on TikTok. Where? Where's the witch? Because she's a bad witch. She's a bad, and I mean horrible. Because how do you, guys, when I'm telling you that it's not my business, but it's in the public domain, so we're talking about it. When I'm telling you guys that I don't understand her logic, I don't. Because nothing about that guy was ever hidden from the public. It was new to us. It was new to her. She was a celebrity and she had all the contacts and all. She said someone hooked her up with stuff. Whoever gave her that hookup doesn't like her. Can you imagine? Someone knows that you're trying to escape your cheating ass husband who has a mistress, allegedly by the name of Pri, and that someone is gonna hook you up with a man who is bestie with Pri. I told you someone set up this girl. It has to be a setup. If you guys look into this, it is such a setup, such a big time setup. But what is still puzzling is, how do you complain about your husband cheating on you and that being the reason why you want to leave because your husband is cheating on you even with ops, and then you pick up a man who is a womanizer, who is best friend with your ops, and when I said it a few months ago, I said it doesn't make any sense. How does it make sense to jump out the frying pan and jump in the fire? Bird Brain Nation came for my ass. And they're like, oh, while you sound good, you make absolutely no sense. And today, look at it. She's the spectacle of the internet. And it's alleged that she did Stefon Diggs because she found out Aileen was pregnant. And I said to you guys, How do you give a womanizer just a few days or a few months to clean up his act? It's gonna take years of therapy. He's a sex addict. They don't overcome. Have you ever heard of anyone overcoming their addiction overnight without God being involved? I said it. I said this guy's not gonna overcome his addiction unless God sent him the Holy Ghost. And if he hasn't gotten if the Holy Ghost hasn't come inside him to get out that addiction, Cardi B is being unfair to Stefon Diggs. How do you expect that man to get rid of his addiction under 1 year? Like, you intentionally went into this man's world knowing what the man is about, but you believe because you're special, and you're not special. You're just another girl to the guy. He sees you just as another F. The only thing is that you come with some more dollar signs and resources and all of that. But I hate to see when wealthy people act underprivileged, because that's what Cardi B is doing. She's acting as though she's underprivileged. You can't be so privileged and acting underprivileged, like you have no access to money, you have no access to resource. You can't even say the heart wants what it wants, because how the heck do you complain about your husband? You were a wife. You gave up your wife title to become a side chick sister wife? How does that make sense? Listen, Cardi B needs to go to rehab. She needs therapy, and she needs God. She needs to sit at the church door and not leave. Every time the church is open, she needs to ensure that she's the first one running in. I told you guys last year. You guys said Cardi B has money. The things that I said is going to happen to her will never happen because she has money. And I said to you all, having money does not prevent you from what? Stepping into shit. I said it last year. The videos are all here, all on my channel as evidence. Man, if only Cardi B would have listened. The moment she had that baby and that dude walked out, she should have said, middle fingers up. F you, go through postpartum, get therapy, get some good supplements, hit the gym. You have your mom, you have your dad, you have your sisters. And I know there has to be at least one or two other good friends, and you go through the motion, and she would be good at this point, or at least on her way to being good. But damn it, man. I can't believe Cardi has come to this. But anywho, like, I'm locked in, all the way in. I don't think it is Aileen. I think Stefon Diggs threw quite a few things her way that was very much overwhelming and overbearing for her. So I can't wait to see the girlies popping out with their pregnancies, because I don't think she has left this man because Aileen is pregnant. I said to you guys, this man will be getting women pregnant while she's in the bed. And don't be surprised. The trial with the chef is days away. Don't be surprised if, I told you guys last year, don't be surprised if the chef is pregnant too. I'm kind of hoping that the chef is pregnant. We need something to talk about, and they have money. I'm kind of hoping that she will go back to him and he would propose to her. Yes, we need things to talk about, because he's still gonna cheat on her even if he gives her a ring, and we need stuff to keep us entertained. What else are we gonna do? Wait for J-Lo to go back to Ben Affleck? No, even though I'm hearing that they're back together. But anywho, guys, enough of me, okay? Because I'm not sorry for her. I'm not sorry for her because she's healthy. She's a healthy person. If someone says she has a mental health disorder, then I'll say I'll understand. Cardi B may have trauma, however. So if everything that Offset has done to her, I empathize with her with everything that Offset has done to her, because she didn't deserve any of that from her husband, because they form a covenant together. But she wasn't blind to this dude. She was never blind to him. She thought that she could fix something that's not broken. I don't know. how she came to that math. But that's all I have to share in this video about that. Peace.